Guys, before we get into this video, if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. Also turn the bell notification on next to the subscribe button, as you can see on the screen, to be notified every single time I upload a video. And also like the video if you enjoyed the video you are about to watch, and enjoy the video, guys. What's up, guys? My name's Adapt. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So guys, there may be some audio cuts still because my computer isn't letting me record on OBS for some reason, guys. I need to fix it. I don't know what the issue is. It may be something with the CPU on my computer, but it's dropping so many frames. The gameplay of the recording on the screen, well, even what you're seeing on the screen right now, I've just gone on to Fabinho just now, if you guys saw that. Basically what would happen on the recording is it would just freeze in this one spot, so you'd be able to hear my voice, but there'd be no display on the screen. You just have it stuck on Lloris for the whole video, which is not what we want. So we're gonna have to deal with the mic cutting out a bit right now, but hopefully I can get that fixed. But if not, isn't the end of the world. I can still create videos. I'm fortunate enough that I can still somewhat do something in the Elgato game capture software when it comes to live commentaries. It's only that the microphone cuts out quite a lot. So that is the issue I am dealing with, guys. So let's get into this video now. So in today's video, I am bringing you guys KURT's attacking custom tactics and player instructions. So for the attacking game plan, last video I did a video on his balanced game plan. So on his balanced custom tactics and player instructions, I showed you guys them, and you guys seem to enjoy the video. According to the YouTube analytics right now, it has been one of the best performing videos of mine for how long it's been out, for a long time, when it comes to watch time, when it comes to average view duration, and when it comes to views by this time. So thank you guys for that. If you guys enjoy this video, I want you guys to hit the subscribe button and also like the video. I'd appreciate that so much. But let's get into the video nonetheless. So this is the team we have. So in goal we've got Lloris, then we got Cancelo, we got Sanchez and Laporte both at the back together, Andy Robertson in the left back role, Fabinho. I've actually got a shadow chem style on him. I bought him with a shadow, so that helps his pace and defending, which is great for a defensive midfielder. I've got Pepe, I've got Felipe Anderson, Eriksen, and then up top we have Aubameyang, and we have Jamie Vardy's Player of the Month card. I'm not going to go too into detail on the player stats and everything. You guys can see how many goals and assists they've got in how many games, and you guys can look at the card stats right here. But I did end up managing to unlock Delph for myself as well, which is nice. So I've got Footmas Delph in my club now, and I've got a few Foot Champions cards. Tarkowski was one of them. I've got some other Foot Champions cards from weekends I did play to. Let's say 11 wins. Some weekends were 11 wins. Well, I think most of them were 11 wins. I'm not even sure if I've played till Gold 3 this FIFA. I haven't been engaged with Foot Champions at all. Let me just put a contract on Steve Bruce really quickly. Let me sort that out. So I'll just go ahead and put a silver contract on him. Let's actually go ahead and put a gold contract on him. I'll put a gold contract on him for now. I've managed to get an objective as well, which is always nice to do. The season objectives and weekly objectives is going to give me XP towards that. So I'm going to get to custom tactics right now and show you guys what we are rocking. So let's go to the attacking game plan. This is what KURT uses. Well, this is what I've last seen of KURT's from a month ago, maybe 2 months ago now. He uploaded a game plans video on Ultimate Team. So these are his attacking game plans from what I know. So for the defensive style, it is balanced. Width, he's got it at 5 bars, and depth, he's got it at 3 bars. I'm not surprised that he's on balanced. I wouldn't really think he's a drop back kind of player. He likes to play quick FIFA, he likes to play attacking FIFA. He doesn't like to play slow, he likes to play quick. And he just likes to get up the pitch and attack his opposition a lot, which you guys can see in the game plans. Probably when I do the defensive and ultra defensive game plans, which should be coming up, I should be uploading them videos for you guys. I am quite sure, this is just from me guessing though, from what I know of KURT as a player and the way he is and the way he talks about the gameplay, he doesn't seem like a player who likes to park the boss, have his defense drop back. He is going to be on at least balanced in my opinion, because he does like to attack and get forward. So for the offensive style, he's got it on balanced. Width, he's got it at 6 bars. Then for players in the box, he has it at 4 bars. And then for corners and free kicks, he has them both on 3 bars each. Now getting into the formation, usually using the 4-4-1-1. I wasn't too sure about that when I was actually assembling the squad and putting everyone in position and looking at the formation, but this is how it turned out for me. So Fabinho's in right centre mid, Eriksen in left centre mid, Jamie Vardy in centre forward, Aubameyang in the striker role, Pepe and Felipe Anderson in the right mid and left mid positions, and we've got the original back four and goalkeeper. So this is quite suited to the players in my squad, to be honest with you guys. I think the 4-4-1's fine for the team I have built. So let's go into the player instructions KURT uses now. So stay back while attacking on both fullbacks. He hasn't got anything on his right midfielder and his left midfielder. He has cover centre on both of his midfielders, his centre mids, and he has stay back while attacking on his right centre mid. Usually I'd play the more defensive midfield on the left centre mid role, but KURT has stay back while attacking on his right centre mid. So that's why I switched Fabinho into right centre mid instead of having him in left centre mid, because he's on stay back while attacking and cover centre, which is what KURT uses. And then on the left centre midfielder, he just got cover centre. And then for his centre forward, he hasn't done anything, and he also hasn't done anything to his striker as well. So guys, those are the custom tactics for you. That's the formation he uses. Those are his player instructions for my roles. Everything's just been put on Eriksen. Pepe's got the penalties. But that is pretty much KURT's custom tactics and player instructions. That's it for this part of the video. Now what I'm going to do for you guys is I am going to get into the gameplay I got with this game plan, with this team, and show you guys how this game plan performed in game, how I performed in game, and the score lines I did manage to come out with this team. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this first part of the video. Now let's get into the gameplay. Now before we get into the gameplay, I am going to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel down below. Now you can do this very easily and very quickly by clicking on the bottom right hand side of this video. There's going to be a watermark with my YouTube channel profile picture. If you're on computer or laptop or anything like that, then you can hover over it and then subscribe. But if you're on a mobile device, you can just go ahead, click on it and subscribe straight away so you don't miss an upload. Now enjoy the rest of the video. Now getting into the gameplay, guys. In our first game, we come up against the guy with a Dalglish in there. He had inform Hazard, he had an inform Ben Yedder, he had a Champions League Messi, funny enough, just sitting in there. He had Baby Ferdinand, Baby Van der Sar, or Middle Van der Sar, I think that is. And he had Scream PK, also had two great fullbacks in Semedo and Mendy, and then he had a Kante there and a Footmas Sissoko in there as well. So good team my opponent had. for the first game, and he goes 1-0 up eventually. Now, as I'm watching right now, Vardy's on the ball, and Vardy and Aubameyang played very well up top together. Vardy plays a through ball into Aubameyang, and Aubameyang puts it into the back of the net and equals the scoreline to make it 1-1. This team was very good, especially going forward, solid at the back, and I was thinking, what if I had a Mo Salah playing every game? What if I had a Van Dijk? How much better would I have performed? Because that's what I'm missing up in the centre back position. I am missing a Van Dijk. Up front, of course, an Aguero or something would help me. I don't know really any other good Premier League strikers in this game. Aguero, Aubameyang, who I've already got in the team. There's probably some other players as well. Rashford gives you that bit more pace up top compared to other strikers. Maybe you'd have more pace than Vardy. I'm not too sure how much pace that player of the moment Vardy has, but there are a lot of improvements I could make to the team. I could get Kante in there or Pogba. There's so many improvements I can make to the team I'm using, but the team I did use in this video and have been using at the moment is performing very well. Aubameyang's on the ball, passes the ball into the centre, and Vardy manages to put the ball into an open net and makes it 3-2. So I believe we do steal that win right at the end of the game right there, 84th minute. Not a lot of time for my opponent to come back, but I have to be careful here to make sure I do hold on to the lead, and that is exactly what we do. We get the 3-2 win, and we get into our next game, which looks like it was against a Liverpool fan. He had nominee cards in there which were completely unnecessary. They only get a +1 overall increase for considerably more amount of coins, and that's how a lot of informs work as well. So I don't really understand why people go for informs when it's such a low stat increase. But my opponent had Firmino, he had Fabinho's nominee card in there. He also had a nominee Henderson, a nominee Wijnaldum, a nominee Trent, and the rest of the team Salah, Mane, and he had Alisson, Gomez and Robertson in there. But in the left centre back role, maybe he couldn't be able to afford Virgil van Dijk, so that's why he's got Laporte in there instead. But I could obviously tell that this guy is most likely a Liverpool fan. What I did forget to tell you guys as soon as this gameplay did start is that I apologize for the beginning of this video and how the audio is so buggy and is so jumpy, if you guys get what I mean. Like, it isn't flowing very well. There's lots of cuts and stuff in the audio, and I can't do anything about that right now. OBS just isn't working right now. I might have to delete the OBS I've got on my computer, try and reinstall it or something. I have to try and do something to fix this issue, because it's causing to be a very big problem, because the first part of the video, the live commentary, isn't good at all, and I want to give you guys the best experience when watching one of my videos. But Eriksen passed the ball to Vardy. Vardy plays it to Aubameyang. Now it's currently 3-0 in this game, so I'm doing very well against this guy with an impressive team. He has gone out of the regular thing, which I would think, which is just buy the normal cards instead of the nominee cards, which aren't much different, to be honest, to their normal card. He's just gone for that full Liverpool team and just wanted to buy nominee cards, which I don't really think's worth it. Even with informs and stuff, I think, why would you pay so much more for a card with a 1 overall increase? I just don't get it. When it comes to position changes and stuff, I understand. When it comes to upgrades in key attributes for the player, so for example, a key attribute for a striker would be the pace and the shooting. For a defender would be the defending stat and the physical stat. If they got a huge increase when it comes to that inform card, fair enough. Or if you buy a left wing card which has a position change to a striker. So a player I'm thinking of off the top of my head would be Mane striker, 89 rated card, which was bought out in an inform card and is different from his left wing gold card. That's the only time I really think about people really buying informs in that situation. But I do go ahead, I get into my next game, and in the next game he came up against a guy with an inform Kante. That's exactly what I'm talking about, an inform Delu Lefeu. Players like this, I don't know why he would have a Delu Lefeu in there when he could probably get a better left mid for the price he paid for that Delu Lefeu. He also had a wants to watch Pepe in there, wants to watch Ben Yedder. He had that flashback David Luiz called Cannavaro. He had Carlos Alberto. He had Team of the Year Robertson. So first Team of the Year we've played against, which I'm showing you guys right here, I believe. He had a Cruyff in there and also Footmas Hale. So he had a very strong team, including Footmas Sissoko as well. So these teams I'm playing are so much more better than mine. I play very better teams than mine, not very often at all, but I do go ahead. I get the 3-1 victory. I come out of that game victorious, and we get into our next game. I don't know why my opponent had a silver striker up top. Maybe he was going for Bundesliga objectives, which is, I think, exactly what he's doing. That's why you would have a team like that. So the team wasn't impressive at all. The only way I find teams which are worse than the team I'm using right now is when I'm playing people going for objectives, to be honest with you guys. And this was one of them games. I scored 1 goal with Jamie Vardy, and after that my opponent thinks that there's no way he can get back into this game because of the team difference, and he backs out, which I probably most likely would have done as well, to be honest with you guys. But then we get into the last game of the video. Now in the last game we came up against a guy with a very nice team to look at. He had a lot of different things going on in there. He stuck to one nationality in a Spanish team, but he's got David Villa in his team. David Villa's MLS card or Chinese League card. I think that's a Chinese League SBC card right there. He had Flashback Mator, he had Screamer, Aspas, Cazorla's Footmas version, which you can earn from season objectives, Flashback Fabregas, he had Footmas Gea, and then a lot of other meta gold Spanish players. He had a full rare gold back line, and then he had Thiago in there as well. So it's 2-0 currently in this game, and in this game I was very dominant. Vardy passes the ball into Aubameyang. I do believe Aubameyang a great scorer he's been. I've had such a positive experience using his card in this game. It's just been fun for me to use. I make it 3-0. So it's currently 3-0 in this game, and I wouldn't be opposed to getting a better version of Aubameyang. I'm not sure what versions he's got out there. Let me just go ahead and check with you guys quickly. So if I go on Footbin really quickly, I can actually take a look at what other versions of Aubameyang there is. I know there's a Player of the Month Aubameyang, but I'm not too sure what else. There's a Team of the Year nominee Aubameyang as well, and that card design looks very nice, but 352k is very expensive compared to his normal 88 rated card, which is 100k. So it's very expensive, that card is. But we are currently in the last game of this video. This guy gives away a penalty and he gets a red card. Did he give away a penalty? He gets a red card there, and I do eventually score a 5th. I think he gave away a penalty. I must have missed a penalty, and then I'm showing you the last game clip, which was a free kick set piece, which you guys know me for doing, and I do go ahead and make it 5-0, and that is how that game ends. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Apologies about the audio issues, as I've mentioned already. I'm gonna try and fix that as soon as I can, but for the time being you guys are gonna have to make do with it, so apologies for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys. If you click on the left hand side of your screen, that will take you to my previous video, and if you click on the right hand side of the screen, it will also take you to a random video, so you can watch more of my content. and in the middle of the screen it will allow you to subscribe straight to the channel, so it notifies you every time I upload a video on the channel, so you do not miss a future upload.